What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope everybody's doing well. Josh Lockhart here, and it's the Young Pro Show. It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. we have interviews, we have training topics, we have just, hey, what's it really like? And then this week, we have some winners, right? So if anybody follows us along or knows what's going on, we had a big incentive, big national competition, and there can only be, one winner and, a runner-up and so on and so forth. And we have the gentleman that really knocked out of the park, and they grabbed all the goodies. And so we're going to have them come on and find out, hey, what's the secrets? How were they able to do so much business? How were they able to get their information in front of so many people? And so if that's something that you'd like to know about, hang out with us for the next, 30, 45 minutes, tag somebody who's like, hey, they really need to know about that. And if you just have some questions like, how did they do that? Drop your questions in the chat. So Jared B in the house, appreciate you, man. And if you're hopping on, you're going to hang out with us, just drop your name in the chat. And so let me bring on my cohorts. We're going to start at number 2, right? So the number 2 person in all of October for the Young Pros out of North Carolina is my man, Mr. Michel Hancock. What's up going on, Michel? Mr. Numero 2.
What's happening, Josh? What's happening, brother?
Hey, man, doing great. And for number 1, right? And so if you could drop in the chat, congratulate this gentleman because he worked hard. He crushed it. He was way out in front, is out in sunny California, Mr. Anthony Washington. Mr. Washington, hello. How you doing, sir?
I'm incredible, sir. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So, I didn't include number 3 in the promotion because it's not important. It's not important. We're only here today to talk about number 1 and number 2. So, we won't talk about, that lowly number 3. But anyway, you guys doing well?
Yeah. Hey, living the dream, baby. Living the dream.
Like it. I like it. So real quick, let's jump into it. So, we'll Mr. Washington, we'll get to you in a second. But Michel, I mean, you and I know each other. You're super involved in the Young Pros. You're rocking the Young Pro background. I know, the kind of the work ethic been putting in. But tell me, just kind of give me a rundown last month. What were you, what was your rhythm like to, get all those, exposures, exposing people to the information, the Young Pro information?
Yes, sir. A general rhythm, and it's like I just wake up and go. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. I just wake up and go. Generally, I'm making my first phone call by 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're on the East Coast, 8 o'clock in the morning, you can expect a phone call from me. I don't care what time. But 8 o'clock, I start. On average, I try to do at least somewhere between the rounds of 15 to 30 phone calls before I leave the house every morning. And once I get you on the phone, I get you laughing. It's a done deal. You're going to look at some information. Send the information. I make them click on it right there while we're on the phone, and then I just rock and roll from there, brother.
Okay, 15 to 30 calls by the time you leave the house. So what time do you normally leave the house?
I generally leave the house at 9. However, we do have a morning momentum call for the Carolinas that everybody is welcome to jump on at 9:30. So generally between from 8 till about 9:15-ish, 15 to 30 phone calls. Okay.
I'm a big believer in that. I'm a big believer that if you can get a whole bunch of stuff done before noon, like the rest of the day, even if it goes to hell, like it's going to be a good day.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now, Mr. Washington, I don't want to call anybody out, but you kind of doubled Mr. Hancock's numbers. I mean, maybe not like a full double, but it was pretty darn close. So what about you? What's your day looking like?
So my day every morning is I start my day with personal development. I thank the creator above, and I'm listening to my affirmations. I'm already getting in the zone. And because of my job, I'm pretty much in the transportation industry. So I'm meeting people on a daily. So anyone that comes within 3 feet of me, they're knowing about Legal Shield. There's no questions asked. They're just going to know about it. I smile. I tell them about my day. I let them know I'm incredible. Just, to pique their interest, because everyone's like, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm good. I'm okay. And for me, I'm like, what do I have to do to get you to fantastic next time? And then we kind of spark a conversation, and my personal development kicks in, and we go from there.
Do you say that? Do you say that? What do I got to get you to Fantastic?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So the next time, we all do that. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm pretty good. You? Oh, I'm good. So I guess the next time somebody says, "Oh, I'm good," you just hit them with that. What do I need to do to get you to Fantastic? I like that. Well, that's cool. That's cool. So let me address, if you don't mind, let me address the elephant in the room. It's like we got this shutdown going on. We got to stay 6 feet apart. I'm sure you're masked up. I don't know what the deal is. Like, how has it been really, when you're interacting with people like that, with that, everybody's kind of standoffish. Has that been a thing? Has that been a hurdle? Like, how has that affected you?
It hasn't really been a hurdle because for me, I'm just a great connector. And that's something that I learned early within my legal show business. So even when I'm going to the gas station, I pretty much have adapted the philosophy as well as follow your dollar. So whoever I'm spending money with, whether it's my barber or whether it's the lady at the bank, I'm just definitely connecting with them and finding out more of what their why is. I spend a little bit more time than average building the rapport, but I feel like that's more of a guarantee for them to pick up the phone because I go through small survey questions on a scale of 1 to 10. How often are you to keep your appointments? On a scale of 1 to 10, how often are you to pick up your phone? So I automatically pre-qualify, and I'm in the people business. So all I really, really have to do is share my story. When I share my story and I see that glow in their eyes and they're like, wow, how have you been through so much and you're still smiling? You should be really moping down memory lane right now, just thinking about so much that you've been through it. And just to see that people have been very receptive to it. But I pretty much start off with just getting to know the person and asking them small questions. Hey, if you could be doing anything in the world right now besides being here at work, what would you like to do? Oh man, to be honest, I'd rather be at the beach with my friends. Oh, really? Like, why at the beach? Well, because I love the sun. We're in sunny California where the grass is truly greener on the other side. So I want to know. So as I dig deeper into that, I just, hit them with something small like, hey, if I could show you a way to do that without interfering with your already busy schedule, would you be open to taking a look? I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, we exchange contact information. I show them on Prospect. This is how I run a multi-million-dollar business all within a tap of an app. I send them the resource. They click on it. We already schedule a call right before I leave. So I'm already in the momentum of that follow-up within 24 to 48 hours.
Man, that's some strong language. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to keep your appointments? That's strong. That's strong. Give her a quick shout out. Hey, Kevin Charette, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. So that's really good. I like that. So, Mr. Hancock, and I want to get in you guys' background a little bit because I think you have two separate different backgrounds. But, Michel, I know a little bit of, obviously we know each other. I know like this kind of work ethic and the numbers that you're doing right now is not a completely new thing, but it's a semi new thing from maybe, times past. So like, what was like something that helped you to like really, punch it in and start doing the level of activity you're doing now?
Oh man, can you hear me okay, first of all?
Yeah. You look and sound great. Yeah.
I was having some problems. But I'll tell you, man, what it was. I have a whiteboard, and it's my no board, okay? And I have 90 no's, not 100, but I have 90 because I want to leave some space for like some motivation and stuff. And my son came out of his room one day and looked at my board, and it was probably about 8:30 at night. And he looked at my board and he straight up asked me, he said, you haven't updated your board in a while. Are you not working anymore? And it hit me hard. I was like, ouch. Okay, cool. We got it. I got it. I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure you never be able to ask me that ever again. And so what happened was from that moment forward, man, I just started going to work and I made it my purpose. I know a lot of parents will probably find this hilarious, but it's a good idea to do. But I made it my purpose to make sure that I have something to update on my board every single opportunity that I get. And I always interrupt his game time and I make him stop playing the game and update my board for me.
Oh, man, that is so cool. How old is he?
14.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
So my daughter is 5 and I was I'm at my desk and I was texting the other day. I'm like, texting and she comes in, she goes, Daddy, what are you doing? I said, I'm texting. She goes, why aren't you making more phone calls?
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Yep.
Hey, so somebody just dropped in the chat. Is it your birthday?
Oh, Marine Corps birthday. Marine Corps birthday.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Happy birthday, Marine.
Yeah. I knew that. All right. I was gonna say, I was like, how did that slide by me? Well, maybe you could give us a hoorah. Like, how do we say it properly?
Hoorah.
Love it. So, Anthony, man, you dropped on our last call last week. You kind of, I want to get to this because you dropped a pretty big bomb on all of us, like that we weren't expecting about your background. I don't know what you're comfortable or not comfortable talking about, but you were like, yeah, this is me, this is my story. And then you said something and literally our jaws were on the floor. And I'm seeing you right now. You're like, positive guy. You come correct. When you're talking to folks, you got posture. And then I heard that and I'm like, whoa. Like, I would assume that a lot of people that had that kind of back, life story going on wouldn't be someone who I'm talking to right now. So I don't know if you could maybe elaborate on a little bit of that.
Sure, of course. No worries at all. I'm definitely okay with sharing it, because this is part of my why, incorporated to why my drive is so strong. So I would love to take this opportunity. So my mother, she struggles with mental schizophrenia. So she's been struggling with that for a while. So when I was born and she threw me away in the garbage can, it definitely was something that was life-changing. And from that point, I was raised by my grandparents, which my grandfather, he taught me all about Uncle Charlie, Uncle Tom. He taught me about all those stories. He taught me about how to be a young, successful entrepreneur and how to make it in the community. Yeah. So as I was growing up and as, time went on, I only saw my mom on the weekends. She was kind of just doing her own thing. She was very religious at the time. She wanted to find a father for me because my father wasn't there. So throughout life, I'd always been searching because I've had abandonment issues and I'd always been searching for love and sometimes in the wrong places. I've had plenty of relationships with me just having such a great heart and they haven't worked out because people took advantage of my weakness. So when I came across Legal Shield and I saw something different, I saw something that was going to be life-changing for me. I saw more of like a family setting, just being able to communicate with so many people and to know that outside of business, if you need something, they're here for you. Fast forward today, my mom is still struggling with mental schizophrenia, and I'm able to still be here for her. And she never really supported me in my business, nor my grandparents. So the way that I had to rise up the ranks was literally all cold market. When I first started with the business, a lot of people said, hey, it's just a pyramid scheme. You're not going to go anywhere with it. But I knew that my drive was something more, something better, and that I deserved more. And so that's where I'm at today. Another thing that I guess I'll share with you guys, because the creator put it on my heart, and I'm going to definitely put it out here. A couple of months ago, I had a miscarriage. I lost a baby. And recently, just last week, she had a second miscarriage, had surgery done. And some people on my team can definitely attest to this, especially with Mr. Cabardia. I was there because you couldn't be in the waiting room. So I was outside and I was still committing to doing Zoom calls. I was still doing three-way PZCs, and I was still fighting because I said, you know what? Even though I'm outside of these walls, I can still provide a better future for not only myself, but for my loved one. Fast forward now to where I'm at, that person, unfortunately, has left me. And that's before that, I had committed to moving so strong. I made on one of our team calls, I made a commitment that in the next 6 months, I will earn $50,000 in Legal Shield, and I will share the stage with ET. Also, I will be a platinum executive director. So as soon as I committed to this, the woman that I was with for 7 years left me. So I had only two choices. I said, hey, I can quit now and just be a statistic like everyone expects me to be, or I can run like I've never ran before, and I can personally develop myself, and I can continuously become a better person on a daily basis. So I decided to take the reins of my life, and I decided to use this as motivation. And this is where I'm at now, becoming a motivational speaker, sharing the great story of Legal Shield, and definitely breaking statistics. I'm going to be a Black man with excellent credit. I'm going to be the owner, not the borrower. That's what I'm looking for in life. And Legal Shield has afforded me all of this. So even though my life may have started in the trash can, it's not going to end that way. I always tell people, you don't have to look the way that your situation is. People can go through so much, but as long as you keep yourself uplifted and you put God first, everything is going to go well for you. So I just want to thank all of you for just taking the time out to listen to my story. And I've prayed about this multiple times, and God has told me, you know, you're going to do great things. And I have a wife for you. I have someone that's going to support you in your business, because it's always when you decide to run strong and be somebody and not be the average, that's when you really see who's there for you. And Les Brown said it the best. I remember listening to one of his audios, and he had a friend that was in sales, and he said, how many calls a day are you making? He said, oh, I'm making 25 calls a day. And he said, oh, well, you're behind on your bills. He said, well, how many calls should I increase it to? He said, 50 calls a day. From that point, when I heard that audio, I've been making 50 to 75 calls a day. I've been doing PZC's calls almost every other day. I've been connecting with people as much as possible, and I'm just sharing the information. And I'm going to prove everyone wrong that doubted me. And now this is my opportunity to shine. Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to share my story. Back to you, Mr. Lockhart.
Yeah, man, that's incredible. That is incredible. There's so much you said there. For anybody, if anybody's getting this, right, if anybody's actually, watching with us, I see a bunch of people on, just, give Anthony some love in the chat. Just type in, let's go, Anthony, give him some of that energy back that, he's shared with us. Definitely appreciate you being so transparent. A lot of folks, I mean, we went through that. My wife had a miscarriage before our second, and, just it pulls you on you, emotionally. There's all this, stuff going on. Sometimes you think, is it something that we did, all this type of thing. And obviously that's not true, but, so many people, as soon as trouble hits, the first thing to go is their dreams, right? It's like, hey, I'm doing this business because ... And then as soon as something happens, it's like, oh, I can't because I have this distraction. And not to say that, sometimes they're valid distractions, but you know what I mean? You obviously were laser focused on that, said, hey, I'm going to do it in spite of it. And I know that's been the case for me. And just incredible. So, back to you, Mr. Hancock. I mean, since we're kind of on this same vein, what was a time, maybe, recently or maybe not, where, you had a lot of outside forces against you, whatever that may look like, that, you had to just keep punching it through. Do you have something for us? I mean, I don't know if it's all that. I mean, I don't have anything like that, but I'm just saying.
Do I really follow Anthony after that? No, man. So my story, man, and I'll keep it as brief as possible. But when I got out of the military, man, I got out. I got forced out because I developed an allergy to the sun.
Yeah.
As weird as that may sound, Black man allergic to the sun. I know it's weird, but that's what happened to me. And not only did that happen, I also deal with nasal cancer as well. So I got forced out, and with all of the certifications and all of the training and things that I've had with my time in the Marine Corps and some of the secret squirrel stuff that I did, trying to find a job is like pulling teeth with no Novocaine. And so I was so broke, man. I couldn't afford to buy my wife a dollar menu fry. Like, I'll never forget that. I could barely afford to do anything. And my wife and I, we had our sixth child on the way. And I've said it before. Yep, that's five, a starting five and a sub. We had our sixth child on the way. And I was just praying to God. I said, God, I need an opportunity so I can take care of my family, provide more for the church, more to my community, and have a ministry as well. And about 15 minutes later, my sponsor found me at an ATM taking money out of my wife's account to go and purchase her a gift for sticking it out with me, because the only thing during that time, you're talking about a 3-year stint, she just kept asking me, like, what do we need to do to get you to where I know where you can be at? What do we need to do to get you happy so you can be happy? And it stuck with me, man. And, I found Legal Shield and I gaffed it off. I'm not even going to lie. I gaffed it off for like the first 2.5, 3 years. And I've been with Legal Shield for 4 years. So during that time, man, house went up for foreclosure several times. We had several cars repossessed. And something just clicked. And I said, you know what? It's not going to happen again. And I slowly started stretching myself to see where my production what could happen. I started seeing everybody else, and I started to stretch myself slowly but surely. And, one of the things that really sticks out to me, and I'm trying not to get teary-eyed thinking about it, it's something that's recently happened, is my 4-year-old, like a couple times a week, man, I'd say at least like every other day, he always asks me, like, Daddy, can I have a Spider-Man room? Or can I have one of the cartoon characters that he likes? Can he have a room like that? And so we're in the process. All of our children do not live with us. So let me clarify that. We have 2 of them that live with us. We're a blended family. But we're in the process of purchasing a bigger home now, thanks to Legal Shield. And like I said, it just chokes me up just to think about it. Because, my wife and I, we're in the bed together and we have our son's crib set up. He's still a kid. I don't know what people deem as the normal age to not have your kids sleep in the same room with you, but he has his crib set up. But he asked me, man, Daddy, am I going to get a Spider-Man room? When can I get a Paw Patrol room? And it breaks my heart. And I think when that started, there was another shift that happened there. And I said, nope, no, I'm not going through it, not happening. And it broke my heart to hear my 4-year-old ask me that, And so I just started leaning in from that moment forward, man. You're talking about the last couple of months, he's been asking that. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with it. And you fast forward, and I like to tell my testimony this way, and they always say it's the stories and how you tell them. Over the last several months, I think I've been paid more times in the last 3 to 4 months than the average person has been paid in the course of a year. And so that's what really pushes me. And then I look at my wife, and she asked me for certain things, or she asked to go and do certain things, and she makes her own money, but she still finds enough respect in me as a man and as a husband to ask me if she can go and do something. And that really means a lot to me. So I just want to provide the lifestyle that I know that they all deserve, So I got some things that I like for myself, but I'm no longer doing Legal Shield for me to prove a point to myself, but I'm doing it to make sure that my family has the best lifestyle that they deserve. Because with 6 kids, traveling back and forth across the highways and stuff like that, you got to have a reliable car. You got to have a big car. It has to be comfortable. And, I got to be ready to pack up and go at a moment's notice in case something happens to my children. And I said that I would never allow anyone else to dictate my time or how much money I make besides myself and the wife, of course. So if she says, hey, you need to go out there and do this, I make sure I go out there and I get it done. But that's my driving factor, man. Coming from dead broke, being homeless, having houses and things like that up for foreclosure and cars being repossessed, and it is what it is. I look at it like this: I don't let my past dictate where my future is going to go. But I tell you what, I look back in my past and I know what it feels like to struggle, and I don't want to ever be in that position ever again. And anyone that I can help make it past or make it to the point where they don't ever have to experience that. That's what my goal is in life. And that's what's been leading me to the numbers that I'm pushing out now.
Man. Yeah. It's so funny that, I can relate to both places, you know what I mean? And, we don't have enough time for me to go into my, my deal, but, it's just, we all have things that we go through. I mean, life's a journey. It's up, it's down, it's crazy, especially when you're an entrepreneur. I always joke and I say, when you're an entrepreneur, it's like one day you're like, I'm going to get rich. And the very next day you're like, I'm going to die. Right. And so it's a part of it. But, when I think you just have to have that certain like tenacity, audacious, you're just willing to go through more than other people are willing to go through. And I get the sense of, that protector from you, Mr. Hancock. So real quick, I do want to keep going, but we have a lot of folks that are commenting here. So I had a question for you guys, and in the chat, if you guys could participate, I want to see off the top of your head, 3, you guys, I'll let you go, Mr. Washington first. Name 3 books that you like, business books, right? So like business specific books that you would recommend. I just want to do a quick cross reference here to see what happens. So Michel, get your answer ready. So just rattle off three business books that have helped you the most since you were talking about personal development.
So one of the books is John Maxwell, Everyone Communicates, but Few Connects. Second book is also John Maxwell, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Third book, Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay. I don't know if we got one of our ambassadors with us, maybe Jared B, if you're out there. So we got John Maxwell, what was the first one?
Everyone Communicates, but Few Connect.
Everyone Communicates, but Few Connects. You could hit that. Second was the 21 Laws.
21 Laws.
21 Laws. And number 3 was Stephen Covey.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Okay, cool. Jared B put in Building an Empire, Who Moved My Cheese. Yes, those are great books. Like to hear some more books. And then, Michel, over to you. What would be your 3 picks?
Oh, man. My 3 picks, man, I'm reading books now currently, but I think what really shifted me was Go for No network for network marketing, the Go for No, that group of people. I don't know the name of it, but Go for No, that like my mind was like, what have I been doing the last 4 years? But Go for No is definitely one. Think and Grow Rich would be another one, and Skill with People. Skill with People is a book that I've read recently by way of recommendation of Mr. Dorsey. But Skill with People, I think I've listened to it and I've read it probably twice a day for about the last month and a half or 2 months since he's recommended it to me.
Skill with People?
Skill with People. Yep. So Skill with People, Go for No, and Think and Grow Rich. I'm a big mindset person. So I'm all about like if I can read something about mindset, man, it's like you can apply mindset to like every area of life, business, personal, sports, everything you can possibly think of. So, but for me, those 3 books have definitely been life-changing for me. Okay.
We got a few more. The Magic of Thinking Big. There's Think and Grow Rich, and it's like that. That's like your meat to your meat and potatoes. I feel like Think and Grow Rich. That's like just a staple. The 10X rule. That's one of my favorites. Okay, awesome. So, now results, right? From all of that activity last month. We'll go out to you first, Michel. What was the results? And maybe the results are still coming in too, right? Because obviously what you did last month, trickles over to this month. So, just give us some of what that looked like.
Oh man, results, man, that's crazy. I don't even have my numbers right here in front of me, but I got a decent amount of them in my head. I think in total I did 69 3-way phone calls. For some reason, that's like my number. I'm not going to say I can't, but that's like I get stuck at 69 3-way phone calls like every month. And I don't know why, but 69 3-way phone calls.
So you are putting personal prospects on 3-way phone calls?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to stop right there for everybody watching. This man, let's just call it 70, on average does 70 3-way phone calls a month. Most people aren't even talking to 70 people. They're not even trying to talk to 70 people a month, and you're actually getting people through the process to an actual 3-way call. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everybody got that. So, yeah, keep going.
For me, man, I said if I get you on the phone or we're in person, once I make you smile, I got you. That's it. You got that cute kid. They say don't smile at them or don't tell them that they're cute. They get you. That's how I am. Like if I get you to smile, I got you. It's a done deal. But 69 3-way phone calls last month. In total, I had, give me 1 second. I had 93 exposures. And I recruited, if I remember correctly, 4 recruits. I think 7 or 8 memberships last month personally, not counting what the team has did. And it's still rolling over into this month. I want to say it was Monday, not this past Monday, but last week, Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I had 3 recruits in a day rolling over from last month, 3 recruits in a day. who recruited somebody that recruited somebody, and they recruited somebody else. And it's crazy, man. It's like just trying to keep up with it. I tell you what, if I don't have a planner, I keep a planner. I have 2 cell phones and a laptop in order to keep track of everything. But it's crazy.
Okay. That's awesome. Anthony, over to you. How about you? What is the results side looking like?
Well, I didn't do that much.
But you did the work. You did the work.
I did the work. I definitely did the work. I would say I did about probably 10 three-way calls. I did about 15 Zoom PZCs. And as far as recruits, I didn't end up recruiting anyone, but all of that has been trickled in. And it's a funny story that Mr. Hancock, you shared about your planner, because while I was going for this run, I lost my first planner. I went to a Best Buy and I put it on top of my car. I was so excited to show my friend I'm back in business. He's like, "Man, you doing legal show for real, for real?" I said, for real, bro. I'm doing it. I'm showing him my whole schedule booked up. I put my planner on the top of my car and then I drove off. It was gone. And so for one day I moped and was like, man, what am I going to do? I don't have those contacts. And it was somebody else on another team that I shared the story with. They're like, "Anthony, I'm going to buy you another planner." I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah, don't even worry about it. God put it on my heart. You're going to do this." So I got my planner in the mail. And from that point, I just kept moving forward. Like I said, those were the three-way calls. I definitely connected a lot. But as far as, like I said, it's trickling down. For example, this week, I've already signed up one person for Monday. I've already, I'm doing another enrollment tomorrow. And I have, let me look at my planner.
Look at him. Just a second. Let me look at my new planner. And then another enrollment on Friday, and then 2 enrollments on Saturday, and possibly a new recruit. Yeah, love that. Okay. So, by the way, I'm gonna make a request from both of you. So tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we have our weekly training call, Young Pros 2020. Next week we have our Legend Series, and I don't know if you gentlemen know who's going to be on, but a gentleman by the name, we'll just call him Humes. That's all I'll say. That's next week. And so if I could have you guys at the top of the call make a guest appearance on the call, I want to see those Sony earbuds, and hopefully by then, Mr. Washington, you can have your new setup, because I want to see what it looks and sounds like. So yeah. Anthony will be looking tight, looking right. That's for sure. So couple things. You know, in past shows we've given away books, and last week we didn't do anything, but I think I heard it from both of you guys, and I'm a huge believer on tracking your numbers. You know, kind of like you work by your calendar, right? That's the real boss, is the calendar. Would you guys agree with that? Yep. If it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen. You can make believe, you can kid yourself, but if there's white space on the calendar, yeah, it just means you're unemployed. So I have a planner that I really like, and it's pretty robust. It's very nice. Here it is right here. So it's got the it's got the leather, it's got the placeholders, all the stuff. It's pretty cool because you can keep your day. You keep your notes. You got your lists. There's notes in the back, and it looks nice. It looks nice. So it's actually called the Action Day Planner. This is not a commercial, by the way. It's called the Action Day Planner, and I don't remember how much. You just Google Action Day Planner. I love it. My wife makes fun of me because she's like, "You spent how much on a planner?" And she's like, "Why can't you just go get a notebook like everybody else?" Like, I was like, "Come on, you have to want to come back to it, right?" So let's do this. Let's give away one of these planners. You guys cool with that?
Yes, sir.
Would anybody really quick in the chat, if you would like one of these planners, just say me. I want to see, is this a worthwhile thing to give away? All right, we'll see if we get a couple responses, and as we end up here in a second. So anyway, what's a couple of goals? What's some moving forward? You've been doing all this stuff. We'll start with you, Mikel. What's like one of your next goals you're trying to hit?
Oh man. My next goal that I'm trying to hit is my $50,000 ring by a month and 5 days from now, December 15th at 9:30 p.m. That is my next goal. Of course, there has to be a promotion in there somewhere. I'm working on that now. Working on going ED this month. And I think my biggest thing is, if I may add this on why I have my goals the way that they are, is every training that I've been to, I always hear the ring earners talk about like the amount of three-way phone calls and the amount of exposures and stuff that happen within the organization. But I've never personally heard a ring earner say, well, I did this many, exposures with this many three-way phone calls. And so my goal for three-way phone calls every month is 100. That's my goal. And so I figure if all the ring earners that I've heard, they say at least 100 three-way phone calls a month. I figure if I can do 100 three-way phone calls personally, I can definitely get my $50,000 ring in less than a month and a half or 2 months or something like that. So that's my goal. We're 15th, 9:30 p.m., $50,000 ring.
Dude, that's incredible. Yeah, I like that. It's like just not forget the team, but like I'll do it, and then they'll pick up the rest. Okay, how about you, Anthony? What's your next goal you're running for?
My next goal is to be ED by December, and to also be a platinum executive director by convention.
Okay, which is in April for anybody who doesn't know. I don't know who would not know that, but that's incredible. That's incredible. So a couple things, right? So I'm going to give you the instructions on how you can pick one of these up. And for everybody out there, if you would like to become a Young Pro ambassador, what does that mean? You can pick up a Zoom screen like Mr. Michel has, and you can be the first to know. That's really what it means. You're the first to know. Anytime we do something, you go to youngprosambassador.com. And tomorrow night, we actually have these gentlemen were the number 1 and the number 2 winners of last month's incentive. We have an incentive. So I don't know if anybody has ever heard of the big event GoPro for network marketing with Eric Worre. Just Google it. It's the biggest one in the world. Simple as that. We have a bunch of tickets that we're going to be giving away in an incentive. So you want to be on the call tomorrow night to make sure that you know what's going on. But a whole ton of people have said, hey, we want a planner. So here's what you got to do, guys. If you want the Action Day planner, it's guaranteed all your appointments will keep. Right? All you need to do, very, very simple, we do this all the time, is just tag somebody in the stream or share it. Tag or share. Simple. Somebody that needs to hear this information, just type their name in, tag him, or put it on a share. Now, for those that are on YouTube, you can't. Yeah, you really can't. You can't share the stream as trackable, I don't think, can you? You guys know that? Yeah.
Well, that's a good question, man. I'm not that savvy. I'm still working on that.
Yeah. How would we? Well, okay. If you're on YouTube, then I guess you can only tag because we wouldn't be able to track it that way.
I got you.
Okay. What you got?
You got to comment a person's name and have them comment on the video themselves as well.
Fair enough. Okay. I like that. That is for all of our folks on YouTube, right? Put somebody's name in there, have them come back, comment, I watched it, thumbs up, whatever. I hated it, that's fine too. And we'll count that as an entry. And so next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, we will announce who is getting the Action Day planner. And, don't tell my wife because she's like, you did what? But anyway, it's all for the good cause, for the young pros, because, man, we just have an incredible time and we have incredible people. And like I said, for anybody who doesn't know, all I'm going to say is next week's call is Humes. That's on Wednesday, not Tuesday. So just so everybody knows, for anybody that knows what that means, if you know, you know. If you don't, you're about to find out.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to drop this in there. I'm definitely going to be on the call because both him and another said name individual whom some of us call the GOAT live like 15 minutes from where I grew up at. So
okay. Okay. All right. So before we got out of here, guys, do you have any closing comments, anything to add?
I'll let Anthony go first. Take it away, brother. You number one.
Oh, thank you, sir. Definitely appreciate it. So in my closing comments, I just want to tell you guys to just definitely keep going each and every day, because no matter what it may seem like, the numbers are going to come. Remember, what we put in now isn't going to really show until the next 90 days. So as soon as you put in that work, and even though you may be getting a no, just know that there's a yes at the end of it. So till then, take care, stay strong, and God bless. Over to you, Mr. Michel.
Mic drop. Look, Michel Hancock here, everybody. Last closing comments. This is just all I'm gonna say. Thrive on personal and professional development. Stay connected to your upline. If your upline isn't a good sponsor, just sometimes it happens. They're just not ready yet. Move on to the next person above them. And set some crazy goals that you don't even know if it's going to be possible for you to hit them. And don't worry about the results. Just focus on the activity. We hear that a lot. Focus on the activity, not the result. And, just lean in and go for it. And I think ET said it best, since we have him coming up for a convention. You deserve to see what your life would look like if you gave it 110%, if you gave it 125%. So give that 110, 125%, and then wait for it to all catch up to you. When it all catches up to you, hey, you all know how to find me on Facebook. Y'all know how to find Josh. Let us know what your life is looking like. So look, love everybody. God bless you all. And I see everybody else at the top. Mr. Lockhart, appreciate it, sir. And right back to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for those that are on YouTube, the link in the description, you can follow the Young Pros. You can follow any one of us on all of our social platforms. It's right there. That's youngproshowcase.com. And somebody asked, if I share and put a comment and somebody comments, what happens? Well, Action Day Planner. That's what we're talking about. We're going to give one of these away next week. And so anybody that shares the stream on Facebook or tag somebody in the comment section, they come back and comment so we can verify that they saw it. That's on YouTube. We'll put your name in the entry, and hey, you can have multiple entries, right? So 2 people, 5 people, whatever you want to do, we'll put them up. And next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. when we're back here, we'll raffle it off. We're going to give one away. So, and you know what he said about this sponsor? If you have a bad sponsor, just come hang out with the Young Pros. There's so many people. Somebody's going to take care of you. That's how we do it. So with that said, guys, appreciate it. Everybody have a safe night. Stay safe, stay well. We'll see you on the call tomorrow night.